What is going on, guys? So we've got Zico 91. It is just his base, not quite his Centurions, but he is coming in two SBCs more than Henry. He was roughly about 1.2 to 1.5 before the leaks came out that he was going to be in here, and it more than likely means we get car food tomorrow. So in terms of Zico then, we've got the rare 11 with the bronze and silver. Pretty standard, we can get them done, not a problem. 82 for his loan. We then have a Brazilian minimum one with a team of the week 83. We have team of the week 85, an 86, 87, another 87, another 87, 288 and an 89, so a little bit more expensive than Henry, which is pretty standard for him. And we need, what is it, just 2 team of the weeks? That isn't terrible in itself as well. So where do you start with an SBC like this? Naturally, I would kind of do these 3 first, get them out of the way. Bronze and silvers in an 82 rate team you should have in your club by now. If not, a couple of grinding through the league SBC should sort you out, no problem for that 82. So once we've done them, we only then need 9 SBCs. Obviously the highest being 89, that is going to be a little bit more on the tricky side. But when we look at the team of the weeks, that is kind of where I would want to go first. So what I would naturally do, if you've not already got them in your team already, then I would be going over to the 83 team of the week pick. That is still available for 2 more days, so make sure that you are grinding that out for all of the SBCs, because we know most, if not pretty much every higher rated SBC needs at least 2 or 3, sometimes even 5 or 6, depending on the level. So if we look at CR7 coming out as a flashback, I guarantee he needs a couple. So I would try and get this done as soon as possible, but naturally we should get this again. It's not as if it's off EA's kind of target to get rid of it and then not bring it back. Every time it's gone, it's normally back because of another team of the week added. So I would try and get this done if I'm thinking just for Zico. You can go for the broadened terms and you can obviously use this for pretty much any SBC, but at the current state, this is where you can get Zico done. So we need at least 2 of them. Luckily, it's only an 85 and an 83 rated team, so no matter what you get, they should be useful in this. So I would go with the 85, obviously the 83 team. Then we've got the 84 with 2 84s and an 82 rated team. So all I'd go for this is I'd try and use my untradables as much as possible. At the minute, I am trying to keep a lot of fodder in the club, naturally, to be able to do some team of the weeks, but we do have the factor that we've got a few packs saved up of like the 83 times 20, the 84 times 10, and also going to be 20 later on down the line. So we are in a good position at the moment to maybe give away some of the kind of lower rated fodder, because naturally we're going to need the 88s and above for a lot of the bigger SBCs, whereas I'm okay getting a couple of team of the week packs, as naturally that's going to help me later on as well. The other thing, when you're doing Zico now, I would potentially try and hold off as much as possible, because naturally we are going to be opening, if you are saving packs, we are going to be opening a lot of packs during team of the year, and I'll be going through step by step of grinding and naturally how to get the most out of your team of the year. This isn't the first one we've done, and I guarantee it will be very similar to every other team of the year. It's going to be a grind, and it's not necessarily, as much as people say it's not like a marathon, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. It is kind of like that, because what a lot of people do, me included, is I absolutely blow through every pack. I don't recycle. And yes, it is boring. Don't get me wrong. It is absolutely hell to grind through. But naturally, you want to be able to do it at a slower pace, because you will get more bang for your buck. You're not going to run out of stuff. You're going to keep grinding through and getting stuff done, rather than just what I personally do, and it's the worst thing ever, is I'll use all my fodder. I'll then use coins to buy open packs. I won't get anything, and it's a cycle. Then you go to FIFA points, and it just is what it is. We get an 86 in this one though, so that is always nice for the 85. So I'd do this again to get at least an 83, which is guaranteed. So that is going to be step number 1. If you are obviously grinding as well and you're okay to let Zico slide for a few more days,
if your team's looking like this, then I have the place for you. Head over to U7Buy for all your coin needs. They're cheap, fast and reliable, but make sure to use JT11 at the checkout for 6% off all of your coin orders.
Maybe even a week just to get the full team of the year out, then doing the 83 times 10s is going to be perfect. We could do 2 every day for the next 2 days, so you can get at least another 4 83 times 10s that still do require the 83 player pick, which is natural in itself. So then we've got them done. So say we've got the 2 team of the weeks, we've got that one done, we've got that one done. Naturally, you could do the 83 rated team. That one isn't going to be that much of a account buster, because naturally I would always say start with the highest rated team first, because you don't want to say, for instance, do all the way up to the 88, and then you do the 89, but then you get a duplicate 86. There is nowhere to put him. Whereas at least if you're going down, it's always getting easier, and the duplicates more than likely will come at the 84 to the 86 rated rather than a duplicate 89 if you're unlucky, basically. So in terms of what you'd have to give up for an 89, just so you're kind of aware, I don't think, to be honest, that I've even got a full team without going into the specials. But realistically, you're looking, it is, what is it? It's about 9 89s and 2 88s if you're not using any 90s. If you are using 90s and 87s, then obviously you're going to have a few 90s as well. But for instance, if I was looking at my team, thinking who I wouldn't mind, I mean, I don't particularly want Morgan to go, but if we was to go Zidane, I've got to be playing a risky game here, putting players in I definitely don't want to go. So say we go, oh God, that's still 88, and this is what I mean. It is an expensive SBC to be grinding. 88, so that's perfect. Do we get away with giving up an 89? That's Renard. So there, so that is pretty much what you need for your 89 rated team. It's expensive and most definitely will cost you a fair whack. I am going to, that's fine. How do I reset? I don't know. Squad actions, clear squad. I don't want to tempt fate. I don't want to give up any of them players. I know it weren't the same rating, but that is kind of what you're going with. Then you obviously go further and further down. So how do you get all of this fodder? The 89s is going to be the hardest, so I would suggest waiting to try and finish that one, because you haven't got anything in packs. So that is going to be the number one hardest thing. And to be honest, Team of the Year is the hardest thing to get stuff in packs, other than potentially the honorable mentions. Whether we get a great deal of them, that is going to be up to what EA actually bring out for us. Naturally, we do have the Team of the Years that I don't want to put in SBCs. If you get 2 goalkeepers, lucky you. I suppose it's 2 Team of the Years, but getting 2 of the same player is going to be very tough. I can imagine the Team of the Year goalkeepers, being the male and female, should be the easier ones to get. Whether they are, we will soon see, but they could be potential duplicates at some point. That's what you could put in for that big SBC. So grinding it out where I'm going with everything, naturally I'm saving packs, so I wouldn't necessarily do them right now. But you should have over Team of the Year. I can imagine we will get 10 and 30 coin packs again. That is just normal, natural stuff. I would definitely be doing the daily login at a minimum, because that again is going to just be free cards for literally giving up 1 bronze. You get a double 81, is it? I think. Let's have a look. We'll find it. You get a double 81, I'm pretty sure, to start with at a minimum from the SBC, and every day we get something else. This is where I say you could save it. A double 81, the likely chance that you get anything from that, very, very slim. Like, I'm not saying that you definitely will, because it's going to be very difficult. But if we go into the milestones, the second day of the daily login is going to be an 81 times 2. So I could happily open that up right now. I would suggest, if you are saving, but you're casually saving, I would be looking at anything probably from the 84 times 2. At the minimum, that's not going to potentially give you a massive hope, but it could give you something, and it does take out all the 83s. Then obviously we've got the rest of them you can kind of keep. So you've got the 85 times 3, 84 times 5 and 2, and then the 83 times 20 is a must keep for a full Team of the Year. That one, it more than likely won't, but it's got the best chance out of most of these packs. So I would be opening up them straight away. Naturally, you just want to open up any of the small packs, keep all of the big ones for the Team of the Year. So then once we've gone from there, you naturally have the upgrades. So we've got the 82 double, well, in fact, the 82 single. Not a big fan of that, to be honest with you. I think that one for me isn't the one. I like a double. I like the fact that it is only 7 players, but realistically, it just isn't the one in my opinion. I would much rather put all my fodder at the moment into the winter wildcard whilst we got 7 days. Give us a chance to get some more objectives done with that one from what we get in duplicate. Naturally, you want to be doing the daily golds every day. We've only got 2 more days of that left. I can imagine it will come back with something as well. So we've got the daily gold, bronze, and silver upgrades. I'd be doing as many of them as possible. We do have the 83 times 5 midfielder. Again, I'm not seeing how expensive, but I'm hoping it is an 84 rated team. I just don't see the worth in that. An 84 rated team for at the minimum 5 83s. I know it's specific to the position, but that's male and female, and it's 83. There is an abundance of 83s. So personally for me, even the attackers, I'm just not feeling that. I'd rather put my fodder into the 83 times 10. Heck, I'd rather even go for the 85 double at this point. But the 83 times 10 is a must for me. Everything else at the moment, value-wise, doesn't seem to be quite there. So I would be looking at the winter wildcard crafting. I'd be looking at the 83 times 10 for the upgrade, and naturally doing the League SBC over and over again. Like we've always done, if you want to check out the League SBC video, I will link it in the comment section. Not in the comment section. Oh no, I'll put it in the comment section. Just so you can see it there. I'll pin it as the comment one for this, and you can kind of go through it. But realistically, when we look at it now as the updated version, 6 from one club, 6 Liga 1, Eredivisie for the rest of them. Job's done for that one. The way I do Prem and La Liga, I would normally go at least 5 players from each, give or take 6, and then go for one of them being the lower team. So I'd look at silvers and then obviously a couple of golds for say Serie A, and then I'd go say 80 to 78 on the Bundesliga, keeps the rating up. Same with Prem and La Liga, but I wouldn't put too many silvers because it is a 79 rated. So sometimes I just go with 75 golds and then go with, for instance, 82 to 81, maybe even 80 Prem players, and then I switch them round. I'll do the lower Prem, higher La Liga. It just keeps the club flowing. Lib and Sud, I naturally just try and get as many as I can already in the club, but normally if I'm buying 2 at the minimum, I'd be looking at Cavani and Fernandes. 79 rated will hold it up nicely, and then Libs are normally the better ones to buy, so I'd just go through the concepts. For instance, if I have a look at somebody, if they are over 3,000 coins, have a look at somebody else. Like this guy's coming in at 2.9. If you can be bothered, go look for somebody else, because you'll find a lot between 2.5, but I wouldn't go for over 3 because you can naturally get it easy. Obviously, again, I do link with the Sud as well. I don't just go with the Lib, as that would just be absolutely catastrophic for the ratings. But as you can see, I'm running a bit short on the Suds because we've got to get that 74 rated as well. But you keep grinding through the packs. Naturally, I'll sell these 2, keep these 2, and keep the prime gold, open them, and obviously then any duplicates will go into the winter wildcard, then into the 83 crafting, team of the week pick, depending what the duplicate is. That will then lead me to getting more and more fodder, and naturally, it may take a little bit, but you should be able to get some fodder from that, some bigger fodder, hopefully, and that would then put you in the good stead here. The only thing with that is you are looking at trying to get the gold 89s at the moment if you are trying to do it, because we don't have anything in packs. So that is going to be very difficult when you've got literally, where are we? So we've got, realistically, if we're looking at pack look, De Bruyne is packable. It definitely is. Kane's packable. Messi, to be honest, is probably quite packable now. Benzema is. To be honest, I've never packed Bonmati, so I can't say she is. Lewandowski definitely is. Sammy Kerr is. Courtois is the medium. Mape Lyon's good. Casemiro, Rodri, to be honest, not as much. I don't think I've packed her very often. Alisson, Ruben Diaz is. Morgan is. Ter Stegen, Hergerberg, and that is it. That is all of the golds that you can get that would be higher rated, or the rating for that SBC. Naturally, as we go down, you can go into the 88s and 87s, which will give it a lot easier of a chance. But in terms of what we're trying to get here, that is the big one to get out the way. You do get a rare players pack from it as well, which is not too bad actually. I think they gave us mega packs last time I did an 89. But in terms of the grind, I would just try and go from the bottom and all the way to the top. If you do get, for instance, an 87 duplicate and you don't quite have an 87 team or an 89, then yes, try and go for the lower ones. Naturally, you don't want to be giving out loads of your 88s and 89s if you are nearly there, but you've got one duplicate 87. Other than that, you could use the quick sell function and then bring him or her back at the later date. But that is kind of if you've already got it and if you do use the companion app. That's kind of the perfect way to grind it round. Naturally, there will be more and more ways as we get into Team of the Year with upgrade packs. daily login packs, objectives. There'll be so much more that gives us loads of fodder. Like I said, with the 83 times 10, 83 times 20, 84 times 20, we're going to have a lot of packs that are going to give us fodder that don't have to go into anything. So for instance, at the minute, I'm just kind of just letting everything pile up. 87 times 2, 85. If we keep going, loads of 81s and 82s, a couple of 83s, a couple of 83 times 10s. So naturally, they're going to give me a lot of fodder that could potentially go into him, and I could grind it out for very little cost. That is what I would say, wait till Team of the Year's fully out, open all of them packs, and literally grind him out to the heart's content. You'll get him done in absolutely no time. That's the best way to do it. We have got Carfu coming tomorrow, so we'll hopefully get some more upgrades. Potentially might be the Friday jobby when Team of the Year fully starts. Let me know if you need any more help. Peace.